Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of
The
Fuzzy
Fuzzy
Pod.
Pod.
I'm your
Nailed
co-host,
that.
Megan.
And I'm Maddie.
What was that?
I said nailed that.
Oh, I thought you said hate that. I was like, what?
No, I said nailed that.
Nailed
That was
that.
first try.
Definitely first try. Patreon subscribers, keep quiet, okay? If you see any deleted scenes of us redoing our intro over and over and over again.
I'm trying to cheers you.
Oh, cheers to the new year. Happy New Year, y'all.
Were you going to take a shot? Oh.
Happy 2025.
Cheersing and then going like this.
I didn't feel like taking a sip of my coffee, so I was just setting it down. You thought I was doing the thing where you hit it on the table and listen. Do you want to do that with every drink?
With every drink.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to take a shot with
No,
every drink. Like,
but
I'm not trying to like chug every drink.
It's a fun movement to do.
It really is. It feels like a complete motion.
Yeah. And it's such a fun communal thing to do.
Taking
Cheers.
shots.
No, yeah. Going
Yeah.
cheers, glass
Hitting
on
the
the
table.
table.
'Cause,
Huzzah.
We're all
And
doing
then-
it together.
Yeah, taking a
It's
sip.
beautiful.
It's a beautiful moment.
Drink more.
drink more alcohol. That's how we're kicking off the new year.
Well, happy new year to our beautiful Fuzzy family.
Yes, we have some fuzzy updates to bring you.
We got some, fuzzy not life updates.
Just-
we're just going
We'll
to
kind of catch up a little bit
just catch
and
up a little bit.
like do some housekeeping.
housekeeping. That's the word. Announcements.
Wow, we're going back to summer camp. Maddie said, listen up. Let's just go ahead and get into announcements, and then we'll get into the bulk of today's episode, which is rewinding, taking it back to 25 years ago. What was going on 25 years ago?
Where were you?
Where were you? Some of you
Didn't exist.
maybe weren't born yet. Probably if you're listening to a podcast about nostalgia. Yeah.
You were probably
you're here with us.
But let us know if you weren't. And
For the jump scare.
And give us your full birth date, social security number,
Mother's maiden name.
mother's maiden name,
For science.
your first pet's name.
And the first street you ever lived on. Okay. Let's see here. First things first. Patreon. If you are over there, our bonus episode will be going up this week. It might be up already, actually. So go check it out.
There was some issues. No one's to blame.
You know what? We've done how many episodes? Almost 90, if you include our Patreon episodes. And it was our first time having a true audio issue where
Yeah, she really likes to
dig
that knife into my back.
with the
because
video.
of our video.
That's not your
issues.
fault. That's not your fault. We couldn't see this. We didn't have a monitor. How
But
were we
now
supposed to know?
do.
Now we do, thanks to our Patreon subscribers. So thank you for supporting the pod. We are going to have that bonus episode over to you very soon. Yeah, I lost the audio. That was basically what happened. It didn't save.
Didn't save. And we've never
I
had that
didn't
issue
press
before.
save.
And apparently you have to hit save. But tell
'Cause
us how it went almost 100 episodes
I know.
without that happening.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is actually wild.
I'm still devastated, but you know what? That's something I'll work through in therapy.
You have to move forward because it's a new year.
Yes, new year.
It happened last year at this point. So like you're really
Gosh, you're
just
so
harping on
right.
something that happened last year.
I gotta stop looking at the past, except for that's literally what we're doing today on this episode.
That's
but-
literally what this podcast is about. But like, don't
but-
worry about the past.
Yeah.
Worry about the future.
Okay, another update for the Fuzzy Pod. Maddie, you want to take this one away?
Our biggest regrets.
What?
Wait, what's the other? Oh, the big one. The big.
Oh my gosh. She goes, our biggest regrets.
Sorry, I was jumping ahead.
Oh.
Okay, so big news. For the next 3 months, sadly and happily, we are only going to be releasing 2 episodes a month. So every 2 weeks, we're going to be releasing on the YouTube. We are still going to be doing our Patreon episode over there for our paid members, as well as kind of upping some free content over there as well. And we just want you to know that mommy and daddy aren't separating because of you. It's in spite of you. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Mommy
we
and-
just kind of got our footing off, I think, a little bit at the end of last year. And this is just a way for us to kind of reset, refocus while still producing content that we're excited about without feeling like overwhelmed.
Give us a
And-
chance to kind of catch up too.
Yeah. And I think for us, it's always going to be our priority to produce content that we feel like is authentic to us and that we're having fun doing. and by kind of releasing some of that pressure.
Yeah, I also think like through our discussions, we want to be able to give ourselves some time and opportunity to explore different types of content.
Yeah.
Vlog maybe over on Patreon
Yeah.
to start, as well as just like doing more short form content to kind of supplement throughout the week. So that is the latest update.
Hopefully
so
you're still seeing the same amount of us
yeah.
is the goal.
Yeah, you'll still be seeing a lot of us. Don't get us wrong. We will
Oh.
still be here. But yeah, just up until the end of March, we're going to be doing an episode every other Friday.
Until the end of Q1. And then Q2 we'll reevaluate to see if we're going to go back to our 4 times a week plus Patreon.
Yeah, probably.
But
most likely.
But like we said, we are going to be doing more content over on Patreon as well. That is not just for paid members. We don't want you guys to feel like we're punishing you. But we still want to be able to provide fun content over there. And yeah, just continue to build that community over there because it is like feels like a safe space, Definitely go check it out.
Yes.
And anything else?
Honestly, I think it's good for announcements. I don't want to like keep the front half of this video like overloaded with announcements, but those were kind of important ones.
But they love it.
Your outfit. Do you know the bananas in pajamas?
Thanks. Are you saying I look like a banana?
No, you don't know what banana in pajamas are?
No, what is that?
Okay, let me just show you.
I do like bananas.
I mean, they were super popular. Maybe not like for
It's a person?
you. No, it was like a kids television show.
Oh!
Bananas in pajamas.
I'm imagining like a cartoon banana. That's exactly what I was imagining. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So she is calling me banana, just to confirm.
No,
Just put
you're.
that up on the screen.
No, I'm saying you like bananas in pajamas. Actually, that would be such a cute Halloween costume. Because there's 2 bananas. Oh my god!
We're doing that for Halloween this year.
That's so
Bet.
cute.
Bet.
They're
Also,
actually so adorable.
Wait, this year I feel like we need to do like for October. We should do like Halloween costumes for every episode.
Yeah, see, we're already thinking ahead. Doing 2 episodes a month is giving us time to prep into October already.
We have so many ideas. Like, it's crazy.
All right, so remember, like, just casually a few seconds ago, you were like, our biggest regrets.
Oh, yeah. Before we look back 25 years, let's look back on the last year. It was a fine year.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I think we said
wasn't bad.
2024 was about survive and 2025 is about thrive. At least that's the goal.
I don't want to like claim that over 2025
I'm
because
trying
a little
to.
scared. I'm a little scared to be like, this is my year. And then like something tragic.
Okay, well, I think
I lose a toenail or something.
Oh my gosh. What? A toenail? Why did you go there?
I
don't want that
dark.
visual.
I didn't want to go super dark.
Okay. My biggest regret in 2024 was not getting the opportunity to experience Hot to Go performed live by Chapel Roan.
But like
in person, in a crowd of people.
That's not our fault.
We could have driven 15 hours to Indiana where the cheapest tickets were if we really wanted to.
And we would have had to sleep in a car and then drive back.
I just wish I got to
honestly,
experience Hot to Go at its peak.
Honestly, I would have slept in a car.
Be amongst a sea of people.
Like, it's like basically camping.
That would have been incredible.
We should have done it.
I'm not saying like it's going to like not be as exciting to like see it again the next time she potentially goes on tour.
But she's not going to because she hates being famous and is never going to tour again.
But listen, it was at its peak, and to be able to experience that and that energy with people in the crowd, the excitement, it would have just been so cool. Also, I'm so sorry. I'm getting over a cold, and I feel like the more I talk, the more I hear it in my head. But a shared one we had, it was related to concerts. We should have gone to more concerts.
We should have gone to more concerts. We should have gone to the Chapel. We should have seen Casey.
We should have seen Sweat Tour.
We should have gone to the Sweat Tour. That one was stupid of us.
The tickets weren't that expensive.
Well, the Casey one was stupid of us too because the tickets were literally $30.
The day of?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't we go? Oh, it was kind of bad weather, I think. And
it wasn't bad weather. I was working, but I could have still made it.
No, I think there was something because I remember being like, do I want to go out tonight? Maybe I wasn't feeling well.
And there wasn't bad weather.
It wasn't anything like that.
No,
I just was being
I was
lazy.
working both those nights.
My gosh. Missed opportunities. So I think we want to say yes to more
Say yes to spending
things. More. Say yes to spending money. But no, I just love concerts. And every time I go to one, I never regret it. I
I can't
never
remember the
regret
last time I
spending the
went
money.
to a concert.
The last concert I went to
It's
was
been way too long for me.
I saw P.80 in Atlanta with Cooper.
I haven't been to a concert in years.
Yeah, it's probably been over a year for me too. That's like not okay. We live in Nashville, dang it. Why are we
Yeah.
listening to live
We
music
should
all
go,
the
We
time?
should go listen to live music more. There's just like so many people, and
That's
I
what I
just
regret. There's just a lot of people.
should
It
just
is a
go to,
lot. It is a lot of people.
Yeah,
We got to go to like more chill kind of
yeah.
like a jazz bar.
I'd love to do a jazz bar
Mhm.
moment, but it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is normally because we're looking at like Christmas things. Anyways, biggest regret: go to more concerts.
Go to more concerts. Let us know your big.
No, literally, I think the last concert I went to was the Jonas Brothers. I'm not even kidding.
That was 2 years ago almost.
I
well,
know.
year
I
and a
told
half.
you it's been years.
Guess what? They're about to do their 20th reunion tour this year. Are we going? I know we're in a whiplash relationship with them, a whiplash parasocial
Of course
relationship.
I'm going. Of course I'm going. I will sell whatever I need to sell. My eggs, I will sell them.
You only have so much time. Trust me. I looked into it once.
We actually, I don't think I'm allowed to sell my eggs anymore. I'm too
They cut
crusty.
you off, but
Like
you
at
went to college.
25.
You went to college. I didn't go to college.
Okay, real talk. Do they do that with men's?
No, I don't think so.
Do they have requirements?
They can just sling as much as they want for
That's
however much coin.
insane.
It is way less invasive.
That is insanity.
Maybe not. Maybe there's requirements. I'm just saying stuff. I'm
so
not
angry.
I'm not
So
speaking
angry.
facts. No, I think they have to be like a certain level of education as well too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I hope so.
I think they have age
But
limits too.
Okay, not education. That doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying that it matters to them.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's stupid. They
I
should do
know.
like personality test.
Yeah.
Like, are you a serial killer?
like, are you a serial killer?
No, I'm being serious.
No, okay. We're going to go ahead and get into the episode because we've yapped for so long.
We've yapped for approximately 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's actually not that bad.
Hello and welcome.
Hello, welcome back to the Fuzzy.
We're looking back 25 years ago.
There were some things that you did not put on the list that I was surprised, and I was like,
Oh, I hadn't finished it. So thank you for finishing it out for us, seriously.
you're welcome.
Okay, let's set the scene. 25 years ago,
December 31st, 1999.
it's about to ring in midnight, and you think the world is going to end.
About to end because all of the computers are going to rise up.
Something like that, right?
I think it's that they thought that they were all gonna like implode, or no, that it wouldn't. The year was
We were
only-
there.
Whatever. Anyways, they thought like planes were gonna fall out of the sky.
Yes, like
and,
so like, the whole world was going to end.
Yeah,
And it had
so,
to do
like,
with the computers.
it had to do with the computers not being able to register. That
Which
it's
the
year
computers
2000.
will probably be the end of us, but
but not
in the way that they thought.
Yeah, not for that reason. Oh my gosh, I caught this. Speaking of computers being the end of us, just a really quick tangent, and it's not a tangent, but I saw this TikTok. Rest in peace, TikTok.
Oh gosh, I hope TikTok still exists.
Of this like AI robot woman who was like a real.
Yes, I've seen this.
Yeah,
Sis did not look okay.
she did not look okay, but she was a little too real.
Yes, and she looked like she was drunk.
Yeah, one of them has like eyes that like have cameras, and the eyes follow you.
No, we're here. I mean,
I'm scared. Anyways, okay, move
have
on,
we
move
not
on.
all read enough books and movies about this? The hypotheticals that we worked out and played out multiple times.
There's nowhere to hide from that either.
What was going on 25 years ago? Let's talk about it. Starting with, what was the biggest movie of 2000?
Of the year 2000.
Well, the biggest movie of the year 2000 was How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
As it should be.
The one starring Jim Carrey. It grossed 260 million. Wait, yeah, 260,044,825.
Oh, wow, she got it down to the
That
cent. No, I'm just
Is
kidding.
crazy. Every little dollar counts.
Every
So
little
that's
dollar.
a person buying a ticket to go see How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I just thought it was wild that this came out like,
In November.
yeah, like last quarter. Like it came in at the very end and just like,
Stole the show.
yes.
You know what's interesting? Because it
But
came out like
rightfully so.
mid-November, which makes sense. But don't you feel like a lot of like holiday-ish movies like come out at the wrong times these days?
Like they come out like on
Like-
Christmas Day.
Like that, or like maybe I'm more thinking like Halloween. Like I feel like there's always like thrillers that are coming out, or like spooky movies,
Yeah.
and then during Halloween I'm like, there's no spooky movies out.
There's none to see.
Yeah,
You're so right. There should be way more like thrillers and spooky movies that come out like in August, September, or like
Yeah.
September ready for October.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we're
Maybe
gonna
makes
have
sense.
obviously thrillers sprinkled throughout, but
Throughout,
I'm with you.
yeah.
It
But,
feels
like,
empty that time of year.
it does. It feels very empty.
It's like missed opportunity. That's when everyone's in the spooky
Right?
mood. That's
what
at
I'm
least when I
saying.
am. Like
That's what
I'm
I'm saying.
not a avid like thriller horror movie
But
goer.
Nosferatu.
But Nosferatu.
Sorry, I just had to throw that in there. So good.
I
But
love that.
anyways,
I loved it.
Wow,
You
that is pretty-
will bounce on it. I cannot stop with the memes.
Somehow, not to get graphic, but apparently there's male frontal nudity that I completely missed in the film.
It was prosthetic, yes. Nosferatu does show
Does hang,
his all of his front is out, and I don't
hang
know
his
how you
olive
missed it.
tree.
How did you miss it?
I completely missed it. Because when we got out of the movie, you and Ted were like, "Oh my gosh, ha ha ha," and I was like, "Wait, what?
Yeah,
He was naked?
he was in a very scary way. It was when he was about
Naked
to
somewhere?
chase Thomas. Like that's terrifying. A naked vampire chasing you?
What's scarier, a naked vampire chasing you, or a
Mm-hmm. You're just coming up with it now. Uh-huh.
yeah?
I mean, I don't think I can't think of anything much scarier than something running at me
Somebody
full
running
speed,
at you naked,
fast,
anything naked.
and they want to suck my blood.
Yeah, there was some sexual tension between the two of them, though. It was
There-
one-sided, but
Nosferatu and Thomas.
I cannot believe.
Tomas.
Like, how do I miss a fully naked vampire?
I don't know.
I can't stop looking at people's eyes. I'm just really
Respectable.
wholesome.
Respectable.
Yeah, just really wholesome.
The eyes weren't off the mustache. She said from mustache up, that's where I see you,
That's all
Nosferatu.
I could see. That beautiful, beautiful mustache. Okay,
What's
some
up?
honorable mentions from the year 2000.
I'm so
movies that
ready.
Came out. Well, actually, I just wrote down one that was most important to me, which was Chicken Run.
You know what else came out in 2000?
A lot came out in 2000.
The Emperor's New Groove
The Emperor's New Groove.
and Dinosaur.
Dinosaurs.
Or was it just Dinosaur?
I think it's
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
Multiple, because there's more
There's
than
more
one.
than one. It's
Yeah.
not just about one dinosaur's journey. It's about the dinosaurs.
Yes, and it was very confusing that they made them so human-like in the
So
face.
Sexy.
It's very confusing. I like watching
At
it
a
again
young
as an adult.
age, I just couldn't process all of those feelings.
And some of them look more like a real dinosaur. What I don't know. You know what I
do
mean?
they? Because they don't have feathers.
I know that. That's not what I mean. I mean like
Megan doesn't know science.
no. I mean facially in their structure.
Yeah.
Where the others like they gave like the main characters, they gave really soft like human features.
Because they wanted them to feel like
Yeah.
approachable and safe.
Yeah, and like have like emotions that they can,
Emote.
portray, emote properly.
can
And I
emote
was like,
properly.
whoa, that's confusing. You could like, I don't know.
Sexually.
Yeah. No, it's just so funny. I was like, what the heck? Ooh. Hear me out.
Hear me roar.
Listen, we've been down this road before. We do not need to continue to have this conversation. What other honorable mentions were there?
Hmm?
Was that the only one?
That was the only one.
Okay. Well,
Chicken Run really impacted me as a child. Because, like, that whole movie's about them, like, being on this chicken farm where they're raising them to be pot pies.
it was kind of scarring.
Yeah, but I love
It kind of made me like realize like, as I'm sitting there eating my chicken nuggets,
No, literally, we probably were
And I'm
watching
like-
it eating dino chicken nuggets.
just staring at them like, looking at the chickens on the screen, looking down at my little chicken nuggets in my
But to be
hand.
fair, like, the chicken nuggets we were eating probably weren't real chicken.
That's fair.
Probably was, like, some sort of foam.
Processed something or rather.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes you feel better.
All right.
Next on the list, Brad Pitt was people's sexiest man alive.
Wow. Honestly, okay, hear me out. It should have like happened really like 20 years later.
Yeah, he's so much more attractive.
That was like his
older.
more
Yeah.
of his peak.
Yeah.
For
And also that year, he married Jennifer Aniston, who he would later leave for Angelina Jolie.
oh my gosh, we were little when this happened.
Yeah.
So we didn't care.
We didn't care.
But like, I think like kind of researching
some
for this,
hot
I realized
tea.
like that
wild
was like
tea.
big celebrity gossip for
Yeah.
its time.
Yeah.
That was like a big
That
deal.
was a big deal. Yeah.
Like I didn't realize how big of a deal their wedding was too.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow,
I know. I was like watching clips from it and I was like, oh my gosh.
way more dramatic than I realized. But also like at this point, in our lives, how many times have we heard that story of like man leaves wife for someone else they worked with or coworker or vice versa,
Happens all the time.
Like it's just always happening. So I'm just like, okay, so what? You guys just always
This is the thing. Is like
do that.
it's a tale as old as time. So why aren't we doing things to try to not do that?
Yeah, because they're gonna cast you with someone
That you have
have
chemistry
great
with.
chemistry
That's
with.
literally the point.
And here's my thing:
Keep
it's like,
it in your pants.
okay, this sounds like I'm not being like a romantic, and I don't mean it in like an unromantic way, but just like a matter of fact way, because I don't think we're like all destined for like one particular partner.
No, definitely not.
Otherwise, we'd all
That'd
be
be
mixed up. Like
so
if one
bleak.
person got with the wrong person, think about
It
it.
just ruins everything.
It just would mess up everything. That being said, I do think that there's multiple people that you
That
can be
could have
compatible
a
with.
connection with.
For some reason, that took me a long time to kind of process in my head. I think it was because always like, oh, you're supposed to have like you're destined for like one
Yeah, there
person.
definitely was like a narrative, I feel like, of our like growing up
Yeah.
generation. I don't know if it's like our generation.
Your one true love, and that's it.
Like,
and
I
like,
feel like it just came from
and
like
I think you
TV
can
and
have-
movies and stuff like that. Like
once
just
100%.
yeah.
And once you commit to them, yeah, that's great. That
Then
is your
that
one
is
true
your
love.
one true love.
That's the beautiful
That's
thing.
what makes that your one true love.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Anyways,
so,
I digress.
infidelity.
Yeah, it's just like, do you not you're
Adulterer,
you're gonna have that.
fornicator.
But you just remember, like, you chose, like, your partner because they're the best fit for you. Like, I don't know, you already picked
Do you
them.
know where that what movie quote that is?
I'm trying to remember.
Adulterer, fornicator. It's a kid.
I know. What movie is that?
What's the one movie we need to stop quoting because it's not a good movie, but it's hilarious?
Just go with it?
Yes. Adulterer, fornicator.
Why do we quote bad Adam Sandler movies?
I don't even like Adam Sandler.
It's always the side characters. It's never his lines.
It's never his lines. Well, I mean, he is funny, but I just wouldn't say like I'm like a huge Adam Sandler fan.
Yeah.
You get it.
I get it.
Well, we took a little pause because we thought that our audio. Megan's a little paranoid about the audio.
I'm a little paranoid about the audio as a whole.
So we had to bounce what we had already recorded and then airdrop it to my phone to make sure it sounded okay. And it did.
The gain was way too high.
I feel like some people like wear headphones when they podcast.
They do. That's the reason, so they can hear the audio and know what's going on with it.
Yeah.
That's going to have to be our next investment.
Right. Okay. Next on the list.
The number one song of the year was Breathe by Faith Hill. You know that one?
I don't think I know that.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know it?
No, I do. Hold on. Breathe. Cause I can feel you breathe. It's watching over me. And suddenly you're finally in a day. And I can't tell you how I know, but I can tell you that producer is doing just fine.
Can you tell me?
Okay, you had some honorable mentions you mentioned.
There's some honorable mentions you mentioned. I just thought I'd, throw out Say My Name, Say My Name.
Destiny's Child
Came out that
you
year.
have to.
Won lots of awards. Can I speak? Also, after many years of fighting their, I think it was manager, NSYNC's third album came out, No Strings Attached.
I love that. What a great title for their album, given the context. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're like, we're done. We're out of here.
No strings attached. We're not your puppets anymore. So many good songs.
Were you a boy band if you didn't have drama with your manager stealing money from you and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't.
Feels like it's kind of part of it, huh?
Yeah.
J-Lo wore the Versace,
the
Versace green dress on the red carpet at the 42nd Annual Grammy Awards. Where is that dress these days?
I don't know, but she wasn't the first one to wear it.
Really?
There was
She
someone
just the
else
first
a few
one
years
to
before-
popularize it.
Yes.
Because of her
J-Lo-ness.
J-Lo-ness. And yeah. Very interesting.
because of her family.
Because of her assets. Wait. What was the context of that? Like, it was about grandma, but how did that come about?
I don't know. She has a really
Oh,
big
oh my
family or
gosh!
something.
I remember now. Okay. Can we tell you a little story?
Quick story time.
Anecdote.
Everyone gather around.
Gather around for this anecdote. We'll give you some lore. We were on a family trip once. That was actually my dad's work trip.
Yes.
But he was able to bring us his kids, and then he also brought along his mom. Maybe to watch us, probably.
I think to watch us.
Yeah, well, we were just, I don't think she really watched us.
No.
Anyways, so we're on this cruise, and we're doing like, dinner. It's dinner time. And if you've ever done a cruise before, like usually you're seated with other people,
Yes.
right? And so we are seated with some other work, colleagues of my dad, and at this dinner, and one of them looks. I mean,
He was buzzed. He was buzzed, I think.
It was
looking back.
so blatant to like, but we were kids.
Yeah, we were kids.
And it was so blatant to us that he was staring at her boobs. I mean, she had very large boobs.
Yeah.
But he was staring
Very
right at
large
them, like no shame. And he goes, "Wow, it's
breasticles.
very nice to meet you. You have such a big family."
While he's looking at her boobs, says this.
And so that became like an inside joke
Yeah.
for years with
For
us.
you to be
To
like,
call
wow.
like, they
You
have
have
such a big family.
Mance was literally saying, you nurse so many babies.
I'm screaming.
He's like the udders on that one.
That's insane behavior. The fact that we were children and we caught onto that, like this
You
man is
have
embarrassing
such a big
himself.
family. Sit down.
Sit down.
You're embarrassing.
You're embarrassing
know he was
You're
so-
embarrassing your partner.
You know he was so drunk though, because
No shame.
first of all, that company, people like to party and drink.
Yes.
And if it was a cruise,
Oh.
well, the
Oh.
booze is flowing. The booze is flowing on a cruise. Like, you're drunk the whole time if you go on cruises and you drink.
My gosh.
If you're an alcoholic.
If you're an alcoholic. Oh my gosh. No, seriously though. Thank you for bringing that back to my memory.
Yeah.
With that.
So, J-Lo's
family.
big family members.
Yeah.
She
Brought
had a different
attention to
type
the
of big
dress.
family, but brought attention to the dress, yeah.
I think you should read about this next one because you're a huge fan of the show.
The first ever season of Survivor aired.
She loves that show.
Everyone loves that show. That
I've
watches
never
that show.
seen-
I know you
never
need to. This
seen
is the
it.
year. 2025 is the year.
It's too late.
25 years.
I can't catch up on
No, it's-
25 seasons.
No, I've only watched like 5 seasons.
Okay.
Like, okay, probably 10 seasons. But
Okay, 15.
listen, Megan. Megan, listen.
I'm
You have
listening.
caught up on so much. I'm so proud of you.
I'm
I
good.
told you about 2 shows in the last week, and you finished both of them.
Okay, to be
almost.
fair, I had a cold, so
yes,
where
but
was
I'm
I
saying,
going?
like, you can produce. You can put in those types of hours.
I caught up on Love Island 22 episodes to be live with you.
Yes, you did. And I think that this new season of
And
Survivor we should watch together. That's what I'm saying.
I do think I need to talk with someone about the amount of TV that I ingest. Because when people
Yeah.
ask me, what shows are you watching and enjoying? I can't think because I've watched so many that they all mush together.
I'm kind of embarrassed when people ask me what shows I'm watching lately because I'm like, which ones? Like, how many do you want me to
which
list?
genre? Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you want me to
Are we
begin?
talking reality? Are we talking
Reality,
drama?
drama, thriller,
Comedies?
comedies, anime, romance?
Yeah, literally. All of the above.
Where do you want me to begin?
You know what? I could be one of those people. I believe in myself that speaking of anime, I could catch up on like one of those anime shows that have like 100 seasons or whatever.
You could.
I feel like I could do it.
You could put in the hours.
But my
Yeah.
methods wouldn't work quite the same because
That is true because you have to pay more attention.
I am
You have to
a
read.
subs, not
You
dubs.
have to read the subs.
I'm a subs, not dubs. So
Sometimes dubs are okay.
yeah, I don't
Sometimes subs
mind.
are okay.
Sometimes I do
but
like
I
the
think
voice
people-
actors.
Well,
they choose.
here's the thing. I'm not like a huge like anime connoisseur. So like I'm not one to speak on this, but I also think let people enjoy content.
Of
if they wanna
course.
enjoy content
It's
because
a-
people get like very like, oh, you're not enjoying the anime, right? And I'm like,
If they're enjoying it, they're enjoying it. We were talking about Survivor, right?
what? Oh yeah, Survivor. They've changed it so much because when it first started, they were out there for like 40 days, and now they're only out there for like 30 or like 28 or something like that. And I'm like, It's weak.
It's
But
giving when we used to play Mario
awesome.
Party and stars cost like 20.
Yeah, and
Now
nowadays
they're
they
like
just give them
10.
away.
Yeah. What is
It's
that?
crazy.
What is that?
But they also used to like give them. They just changed the show. It's so dynamic. Anyways, I'll stop talking about it because Megan's already heard the tangent. She's the only one I'm trying to convince here. So,
I'm in.
conclusion, just watch what's on Netflix.
Okay.
Just watch one of the seasons on Netflix because those are usually like some of their best seasons that they
Okay.
put on there because they only have like 2 on there at a time.
You know what? This week.
Yeah.
This week.
Anyways, it's easy to just throw on. Ted and I can't start a season together unless we know we can commit to it though, because we will stay up all night watching it. Like it's like one of the only shows that we will like just like not sleep to watch.
It's that hooking. That hooky.
That hooky, yeah.
Yeah.
That Captain Hooky.
All right, next one. The PlayStation 2 was released, baby.
Wow.
Released, I believe, first in Japan in March, and then it
Yes.
came to the States later,
In
I think in
October.
November, October. Yeah, right before the holidays. so-
Of course, yeah.
And of course, it sold out
It's sold
everywhere.
out. Yeah.
And I think to me,
Still one of the best selling.
oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
That and like the Wii, I think they're both
Yeah.
up there. PlayStation 2 and Wii. The PlayStation 2 for me, I feel like opened up my world
What
to
did the PlayStation 2
few
mean to
different.
you?
What did it mean to me? I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it.
I wanted to ask the question. And Megan, what did the PlayStation
Okay, well, I
2
was already
mean to
getting
you?
into it. The PlayStation 2 opened up my world to games like Call of Duty
Call of Booty.
and also community games. What am I trying to say? Like the rock bands, the Guitar Heroes,
Yes.
the
Oh, they're
interactive, like
so good.
being able to like use your body like before motion controls came
I
out.
know.
Like the DDR.
DDR.
Those were some of my favorite games to play on the
PlayStation
PlayStation.
back then was elite.
Oh, PlayStation 2 was so fun. Which apparently, though, I don't know. This was just like an article heading I saw when I was like looking this up. That the first kind of games that came with it like there wasn't that many good games. But it's cool. It still became like one of the biggest,
So Ted was
consoles for
telling
them.
me, and I didn't fact check this. But he was saying that one of the reasons it sold super well because it also played DVDs.
Oh,
So they kind of tricked people a little bit.
because
And
DVDs were
also-
fresh on the scene.
yes, and also the PlayStation, I think the next one, the PlayStation 3, was a Blu-ray player as well.
Yeah,
So that sold super well because it was
That
the
is-
cheapest Blu-ray player.
that is
on the
so
market.
smart. That is
Yeah.
so smart of them.
'Cause
Honestly,
remember, Blu-ray players were like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, they were expensive.
I never got into Blu-ray. I never liked
Well,
the way.
we had multiple Blu-rays.
Not like I'm saying like personally. I never sought out like buying a bunch of like Blu-ray.
I was like, what are you talking about? Like, we only watched Blu-ray.
no, like, when it
our
came-
dad is like, what's the newest tech?
yeah, but I never liked the way they looked either. I'm saying
I
I don't know.
don't know.
They
I
looked.
can't say.
It like if I was watching something, I like
It was
oh,
like a
I
little
can-
uncanny.
Yeah, I was like that feels like I can see it's a set now.
Mm.
I don't know how to describe it. It was almost too crisp and clean, Maddie.
I don't
I could
really
see
know.
through.
We should ask our resident
Cinephile.
the history of the Blu-ray.
I would love to learn more.
meaning.
You know what? I would love to deep dive this.
You know what? Let's look into this. But yeah, isn't that interesting?
That's very interesting.
Again,
honestly.
I did not fact check that, so that could be BS. But
What's the next one on our list?
oh, you're making me read the sad one.
I didn't know this was sad when I wrote this down originally. You added to it.
Well, I know I had to add to it because it was vital to the storyline. So Peanuts published its final original comic strip in the year 2000, and the reason it was the final one was because the creator of the Peanuts, the person who made all of the comic strips for the entirety of the run, was Charles Schultz, and he sadly passed away of a heart attack
Aw.
that year. So, and he had always said like his kids and him like always felt like no one could do, like it would just feel like a money grab
Yeah.
if they try to just pass it off to someone else to like continue to produce the comics for the newspaper or whatever.
Which is funny, not funny, but they have continued to like.
They still make money off
They
it,
still
but
make money
I
off
don't
it.
think that's necessarily.
Not in the
I'm,
comics, though.
I'm kind of curious if that is his family's choice or not,
yeah.
or if it's someone else like owns it.
Yeah, they own.
Who knows? I
The
mean, it could be a
IP.
Bob Ross situation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
True.
think his family sees any money.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, you just sign away your whole identity.
Yeah.
That's wild. because it's weird that you're a person and a brand, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought it was just because print was, kind of slowly dying out.
No.
And
It just was a human died, yeah.
Did you ever? Oh my gosh, please.
Did you like how I typed died in the doc? It was an accident at first, but then I was like, slay.
Yeah, you were keeping it very
I was keeping it like
TikTok friendly,
yeah.
unalived.
Unalived.
Oh my gosh. I have memories of being a kid, like getting the Saturday
Speaking
funnies.
of memories, Cats did its last performance in the year 2000 as well.
Ah, memory.
Yeah.
I never saw Cats.
Neither
I've
did
never seen Cats, and I
plan
have
on it.
no desire
Don't
to
plan
watch
on
the
it.
movie version. There's nothing
There's
inside
nothing
of me.
in me that would ever want to watch
No.
that.
But
That's like a form of torture.
you might not remember this, but our local newspaper, and maybe newspapers all over did this, they used to have like a Saturday morning tiny paper. I think it was on Saturdays for kids. So I would get like a mini newspaper within a newspaper that had
so
like
cute.
some funnies and like little like games.
That is so cute.
And I remember like being like, I'm so grown up, like reading the newspaper.
Dude, I love a good newspaper, not gonna lie.
We don't have that same, I don't know,
Yeah.
kind of aesthetic anymore, like of just having a slow morning, drinking your
Drinking
coffee,
your coffee, sipping on your coffee,
reading your
your
newspaper,
Dunkin' Donuts drip coffee,
and ending it with a funny.
and ending it with a funny. Where is that joy?
All right, we still have a couple more to go through, so let's get on to the next one. Heinz released their very amazing, delicious,
Incredible.
purple and
The
green
wickedly
ketchup.
talented.
Their fuzzy colored ketchup, purple
Yeah.
and green.
Bring it back.
The line was called Easy Squirt. I believe it was aimed towards kids to make them more inclined to want to pressure their parents to buy more ketchup.
Buy more ketchup.
Because
But kids love ketchup. I feel like that's like a common.
But they're like, how can we get them to buy more ketchup? They got to collect them all. They're like, Mom, the cool kids, they're eating purple ketchup. I don't know if they were actually.
I mean, it worked. I wanted the purple ketchup.
It tasted funny to me. But to be fair, I wasn't a ketchup kid because I was a
It did
picky
taste funny.
kid.
You were a very picky kid, though.
But I wasn't wrong about
You
that one.
only ate like honey.
As
You were
a
like
condiment.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I was.
Like,
I
you
would
only
dip my
ate-
fries in honey.
Everything was in
My
honey.
chicken. Okay, I was
The chicken and honey is good. I'm not saying it's wrong. I hated that as a
I was
kid,
cooking
though.
with that one.
And I was like processing this like emotionally a few months ago.
Why did that hit you so
and
hard?
I hated being sticky. Like, I don't like
Mm.
messes. And as a kid, like, my little brain couldn't process, like, ooh, like, I can't do anything about this.
Yeah.
Especially if we're, like, in the car eating on the ways to somewhere. Like,
And you look over at me and I'm like,
no, and I think it was you.
And I probably
Yes,
had honey
because
all
you
over
were
my face.
messy.
And you're like,
Because you ate like Pooh Bear, too. Like, you had honey all over your hands, like, dripping down your hands.
what do you want me to do? I was 17, okay? I'm like, I was just a baby.
I was just a baby. But no, I literally think that was it. I was like, I hate that. So I didn't eat honey until I was an adult.
I'm sorry I ruined honey for you.
No, it's not your fault. I'm just. But I had to process that. I was like, why did I not like honey? Because I love honey.
Oh my gosh.
But anyways.
We have another movie one on the list. There's a lot of like what movies came out that year.
Did I write this one?
I think I did.
Okay.
I should have grouped them all together.
Gladiator was released. And Megan put in parentheses, still haven't seen this one or the second one. And I can agree to that. I also have not seen it.
I don't know. What did they say?
But apparently the first one is really good. The second one is But
Apparently the second one is Mescal. Is that his name? That's the best part of it. People like looking at him. They think he's hot. Paul Mescal and Pedro Pascal.
oh, I thought you were trying to say Pedro Pascal this whole time. And I was like,
No, I was trying to find a way to like tie in what you were saying.
oh, I got you. Pedro Pascal.
What a cutie
Just a
kind
cute
man. Human. Yeah.
Anyways,
I just want to like.
that's
I
it.
just want to have coffee with him.
Yeah. I would just love to like binge a show with him.
I know.
Right?
Just kick our feet
Kick our
together.
feet together. In our matching socks.
Yeah. Wait.
In our matching footy pajamas.
I just love that human. I don't know them. That's parasocial of me to say that, but you know what I mean. I enjoy
It's
their,
okay. We
their
all have
content and their
parasocial
media.
relationships.
We do. We just gotta start normalizing that, I think.
It's just a part of life now.
I think it kind of is. We should digest that
We
another
should
time.
talk about that. Yeah.
All right, Pepsi Twist made its debut, and I can't say I've ever had this.
What is Pepsi Twist?
But now I want it. It was Pepsi.
Does it
with
still
a
exist?
twist.
It doesn't exist, huh?
No, it
Is
doesn't
it spiked
exist.
Pepsi? I'm just kidding.
No. Oh my gosh, that's what it would be now. So it had like a twist of lemon. So it
Wait,
came
I
out.
remember.
Yeah.
Kind of.
This was what the can looked like. I feel like it kind of like
That's a sleigh. Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
yeah.
I've just
It
been-
was like brisk, but with Pepsi.
Dude, I used to really F with brisk.
I pounded brisk until I realized how much sugar was
Yeah,
in
it's a
it.
lot of sugar.
I was like, this is worse than Coke.
Yeah, it literally
I
is.
was like, wait a second.
Dude, I love a crisp Coca-Cola.
Ooh, what would I do for some brisk right now?
I don't think I would like the taste anymore.
We should find some old sodas we haven't had in a while.
Mr. Pibb,
Exactly. That was one on my list.
Big Red.
Exactly. Yes. Oh, no, I'm not going to like Big
You
Red,
have to
but
taste
I have
it,
to try
though.
it, though.
You
Yeah.
have to taste it.
Fanta.
Fanta. Don't
The
you
little
wanna-
twist off Kool-Aids.
The Kool-Aid.
If they still make
the
those.
squirt ones.
Yes.
What are those called? Are they called squirts?
I think so. Something like that. That was like big, like
Squeeze?
slime, squeeze, squirt, like in the 90s. Yeah.
We gotta stop saying squirt.
That was big. Easy squirt, the
Easy.
ketchup. Okay. Next up.
What do
Let's
they think
move
of
on
us?
from the Pepsi twist of it all.
Okay,
I'm getting
next up.
thirsty. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee.
All right, butterfly top first made its way on the scene with Mariah Carey, fashion icon, wearing a glitzy butterfly top with low-rise jeans.
Yes.
This was designed by French fashion designer Emmanuel. How do you say that? His last name?
Ungaro?
Ungaro?
That's our best attempt. Yeah. These have
Forgive me?
been remade so much. These butterfly tops. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google butterfly
we need a
top.
visual.
It'll come up right away. It's a top that's shaped like a butterfly that usually ties into like a halter in the back. And it's
So
9
good.
times out of 10 covered in glitter. But apparently, like, I was trying to look up like some like key, Y2K fashion staples that are, stood the test of time. And that one was interesting to me to think about, like, oh yeah, at some point that had to debut.
I know, right? That's wild.
I like that it was like a more specific item than just like, low-rise jeans
Low-rise
or
jeans, yeah.
boots, like
Yeah.
Ugg boots or whatever. Like the butterfly top. And plus she had like her whole aesthetic was like butterflies and stuff, I
Yeah.
think. Like, didn't she have a song called Butterfly
Mhm.
or something? Or
Yeah. Well, when I was Googling it just now, like she also had a perfume, I guess.
yes. So it was kind of perfect
It's
for
whole
her.
theme.
So it was a part of like
Butterfly
this.
in the sky. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Take a look. It's in a book. Oh my gosh. There's no way. How did I not
I know. That's what
research
I'm
this
saying.
one? Guys, this is my first time
This is
reading this
huge.
too.
This is huge.
The Sims was first released in the year 2000. Happy 25th, my Sims. I'm a Sims 4 player. I love it so much.
She loves it.
I
As
wasn't
you guys know.
allowed to play The Sims as a kid, okay? Because they woohoo.
They woohoo a lot.
They woohoo. So, I mean, I get it. It was like rated teen at the time
Yeah.
or something. But Mom, I'm so sorry. When I went over to my friend Katie's house in the 5th grade at her sleepover, I did watch her play The Sims and I created a character. I'm so glad I could get this off my chest.
Wow. I'm not the only rebel.
Wow. Honestly,
We're going to be getting a phone call in a couple weeks for this one.
my first thing though that I remember thinking was like, oh, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I've never played The Sims still, officially. Like my own playthrough. And it's going to happen this year, 2025, for the 25th anniversary.
That's perfect.
But I'm not really like a...
Cozy girl gamer. I know.
Yeah,
Cozy
I
gamer.
like cozy girl aesthetic games.
Yeah.
But I need more to do.
Let me tell you, as someone who
Like a
loves
mission.
chisme, who loves
No,
gossip,
I know, you've already told me.
It
all
is
the
so
chisme.
good.
You
you're gonna go
But
into
you
a
know-
hole and never come out. That's the
like
thing.
the predecessor of The Sims was actually just like a city planning game.
yeah.
And then they released this. So technically like the
Yeah.
first like Sims builder, I think. What was it called? Sim City or something?
Yes.
That
I
came
think
out a
so.
couple years prior.
Okay.
But then the Sims that you know and love, which is like the people one,
That's the one that came out in 2000.
that's the one that came out in 2000.
We're keeping it with the games though, because The GameCube was announced in 2000, which became a huge console that neither one of us experienced.
We didn't, and actually, it was not that well received
When it was
they
first
announced
announced.
it.
Tell me more.
Well, basically, I think what I was talking to Ted about it. He was saying that like the PlayStation 2 came out obviously the same year, and that was just like such a powerful machine,
Yeah.
and the GameCube just didn't compare.
Yeah. And so the GameCube wasn't out yet. It was just announced.
It was announced, but I think it was coming out like soonish.
Yeah.
And so I just think that like people were still on that PlayStation.
Well, also the PlayStation was like, oh, this is now like I'm maybe getting into my teens, or I'm a preteen, and like it had such a nice, like sleek, like look to it.
Yeah.
And then the
I just think
GameCube was like
GameCube, no one thought it was
the
attractive
box. Yeah.
looking. Like, I think they were like, okay, what? And also, like, Nintendo didn't really find its footing until the Wii
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
But it's funny because there's so many beloved GameCube games to this day that have
100%.
like cult followings. Like Melee.
It created more of like a cult following like later.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
kinda
when
cool.
it came out, it wasn't really like that popular.
Not very well received.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that though, where in the beginning it's not super well received, and
But
then
then
it just
people
kind
go
of
back
has
and
this
they're like,
resurgence.
wait.
They're like,
Yeah.
wait, this ain't actually.
Actually.
Wait a
Yeah,
second.
I love that too.
Pause.
All right. Last two.
These
We
are
can
very
lump 'em
important.
together.
These are very
These are
important.
very crucial. Ankles everywhere cried because the first Razor scooter hit the market
Mm.
and hit the ankles of many teens.
Oh
and
my gosh.
preteens and
I think I
kids.
still have some bruises and scars like from that era.
Yeah. But
My-
I was like, oh my gosh, the Razor scooter came out in 2000. That's wild.
I want one still.
I still want one too.
To
They
me,
have them at Walmart,
I'm like,
and I want to go get one.
if we ever like had like a warehouse,
Of
like
Fuzzy Pod
for
stuff?
Fuzzy Pod,
Yeah.
and like et cetera, I think that
Trampoline,
then yes,
Razor scooter.
exactly. Okay, and I would get a red one maybe again, like I had from my childhood, or
I know,
pink.
right? I kind of want the pink, but the red is cute too because it's nostalgic.
It is very
Didn't I-
nostalgic.
What color did I have?
Yeah,
Blue?
you had blue and I had
I had
red.
blue,
What
yeah.
happened to those?
Mom and Dad probably got rid of them. I sold them.
Hmm.
Gave them to a neighbor kid. They probably didn't sell them. They probably just gave them away.
Or maybe they're still.
No, they don't have them.
That you know for sure.
Yeah, I don't think they have them. I think they probably got rid of those when we moved from Texas.
Because they don't make them like they used to. I
Really?
guarantee.
I wonder if we can go on eBay.
Find an old one.
Yeah. Fix it up.
Last one. Not only did the Razor scooter come onto the scene, but the shoes we were forbidden to have. Heelys. Probably rightfully so. We would have cracked our skulls.
Probably would have broken a lot of things.
Oh.
Yes, the Heelys hit the market, and we will never know the thrill of gliding on a Heely.
No. Do we do? Well, I'm too
no,
old now.
I'm too old.
I'm gonna break something.
I'm gonna break something.
I'm gonna break something permanently if I.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. We lost it. We lost our chance.
The moment it's
Yeah,
passed.
the moment's passed. But for those of you who did get to enjoy it, we're so happy for you.
So happy.
And I'm so jealous.
I love like the chunky shape of them too.
Yeah, they're
Were
so
those
fun.
shoes like?
Yeah, the chunky shoes.
Yeah, I was like, this
Felt
is
like,
cool.
he was asking a boy.
He said, "See you later, boy." Just imagine like just dissing someone and
then
rolling away
heeling
on
off.
Heelys.
Yeah.
Yeah, heeling off. You're like, yeah, something cool. Then you roll out.
And you just like throw a peace sign as
Yeah,
you're
and
rolling away.
And you roll away backwards. Just like,
Have you seen Usher? Of course you have.
Yeah.
Usher on his roller skates.
yes, at the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, but like, did you see the video of him like roller skating through like a Las Vegas hotel?
No,
Oh,
you need to show this to me.
he's such an icon.
He's a very
He's an icon
talented
for that.
person.
But like, that's how I imagine someone like skating off in their Heelys, you know?
If only.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's so many, obviously, there's so many more things that happened in the year 2000. So maybe we do this again sometime because, we're obsessed with talking about the past and all the nostalgia that comes along
Maybe
with
we
it.
expound on some of these things.
Yeah.
But thank you for your patience the past few months as we've been a little chaotic, and we're happy to have you here with us, and we're happy to be recording and to be doing this podcast. So thank you for your support.
Yes. And if you're new here to the Fuzzy Pod, here on the Fuzzy Pod, we love to talk about all the things that give us those warm, fuzzy feelings, which, as you can see today, includes a lot of nostalgia from the late 90s and the early 2000s. If you want to keep up with us, you can follow us over on Instagram at the Fuzzy Pod. We are over on Patreon as well. You can check that in the info box below. And is there anything else that we should let
No.
people know. I guess leave a 5-star rating and review.
Yeah.
If you
Leave a
want
comment.
to support the pod, yeah, leave a comment. Like this video if you're over on YouTube. And if you're not over on YouTube, we hope you join us over there as well sometime. So thank you so much for listening to another episode, and we will see you next week. Or just kidding. We'll see you 2 weeks from now.
Unless
Bye,
you go
y'all.
to Patreon. Bye.